Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the midweek midday talk show. Oh, Auntie Etima is here. I'm your host, and I'm so excited to have you all join me today. How is it going? We're already headed towards the end of November, and I must say it has been an amazing month. So this is that talk show that you need to call a girl parent, call someone, a colleague, a friend, a loved one, anybody that you know is raising a girl child. We need to have this conversation about. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, so I see you. I see you on Instagram. Yes. So we're going to talking about, this issue of girls becoming very dependent. Last week we talked about self-confidence. I mean, we've just been talking about 7 key areas where our girls need to pay attention to. If you're a parent parenting a girl, hello, Mrs. Anna. I celebrate you, ma'am. If you're someone that is raising a girl, you can't look past these issues because they become full blown at adulthood. And then it looks like, oh, what's wrong with all these girls? Everybody is complaining about the girls that are misbehaving as adults. And I'm wondering, where were we all when when they were younger? What was happening to us as their parents? We're overlooking a lot of these things. Many of us didn't even know that these things were issues. That's what I believe. Many of us didn't even know. Yeah, we, we just got to that point where we just grew. We're not raised. A lot of people were not raised. A lot of girls were not intentionally raised. We just found ourselves as adults. It was like to go, like they say in Nigeria. But we don't have any excuses now. Hey, I see you on Instagram. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. We don't have any excuses again. Information is here, knowledge is here, what to do is here, coaching is here, guidance is here, accountability is here. So, why won't we produce or launch out a special breed of girls? Now, I remember I've never always known about this disorder we're talking about today. I was preparing for, I think that was camp, and the team and I were looking at the reasons why some parents don't send their daughters to camp. And one of them is because their daughters cannot cope without the parents. Their daughters have grown up in such a way that people are always doing things for them. I looked at myself and I saw that I was also a culprit. Yes, thank God that my parents were able to discover that early and quickly send me to a military school where you're on your own kind of, environment. But I noticed that those gaps were still there. Even as an adult, I was always looking for someone to do something for me. When we're younger, I grew up with cooks. I was a proper jebota. I've always said it. I was a proper jebota. We had cooks, we had housekeepers, we had drivers, we even had security men, we had gardeners. My dad was a lecturer, but he was a special breed kind of lecturer. Maybe because he grew up abroad for some time in his life, he just had this um abundance mentality. Every form of scarceness was not in our house, was not in our home. We're constantly hosting family members. My house was never family, father, mother, and children. No. So because of that, there were always domestic staff, one domestic staff or the other doing something for us. Of course, my mom did her best. Yeah, my mom did her best in getting us to be independent to a large extent. But that psychological feeling like, oh, somebody's always there to help you do something if you can't do it yourself. I grew up with it. It became a huge gap until I started to deal with it. If I need anything, I'm looking for who will help me do it. I remember getting married to my husband. My husband would be like, can't you just play around this? Can't you just play around this gadget, this thing? Can't you just try it first? And then if it doesn't go through, then you can now call someone to help you. But the first thing that comes to my mind is, who can help me do this thing? Who can help me do this thing? And it was so bad that it affected even the way I I did my work, my business, my ministry, my family, everything. That is how bad it can be. It's not a case of laziness. No, it's a case. Hello, I see all the super mamas of my queen daughters. Thank you so much. And Dr. Happiness, special shout out to my girl who says that her class is the girls' home. So let's watch these things. We're in an environment where you say, oh, let him do it. He's a boy, and then the girl, just leave her. Don't she's delicate, fragile, handle with care. When my husband met me, that was what he used to always write when he's sending gift to me. Fragile, handle with care. And that's how these girls grow up. We come to camp, we try to ruggedize the girls. They resist you. Why? From home, it looks okay. Oh, now, soon it won't be okay. I see the fathers, they'll call, oh, where are the girls going to sleep? Oh, what's going to happen? I know. Security measures, right? I know. But underlined in that scenario is us raising girls that will constantly be dependent on someone for everything. Why are girls always wanting to collect? Where did the collecting mindset, I mean, before I say the ministry of collecting, where did it come from? It came from this dependency idea that, oh, somebody should do it for me, somebody must do it for me, can't you help me do it for me? The other day my son was teasing his sister. He said, you cannot, everything you are looking for, you can't even just carry this thing, it's just here, can't you just lift it up? And then my daughter now decided to start doing things herself. And then sometimes she'll do it, and then she's falling under the weight of it. And then my son, I heard him say recently, you and mommy don't know how to ask for help. In my mind, leave us not to ask for help. We're coming from a lot. Because immediately I started to deal with myself, I started to deal with my daughters. Yes, my elder daughter is supposed to come back home for Christmas. And before I would just say, go and meet your daddy, let your daddy help you. I said, do your ticketing yourself, madam. Do it yourself. Oh, mommy, and do it yourself. That's how it starts. Let me just do it for her. Let me just do it for her. And then, because you know how you do one thing is how you do everything. The next thing you're helping her book tickets. The next thing you're helping her take decisions. The next thing you're helping her rescue her from failure. That is how this whole rescue thing comes for girls. That's how. Because we allow them depend on us solely. Why? Why exactly? And these are the things that cause a girl not to have self-confidence. Many times we feel like, oh, self-confidence is when you just sit her down and talk to her. Boom, she's self-confident. No, this is always my recipe for girls that are struggling with self-confidence. Do things on your own. You see difficult things. Next year in the girls' home, there is an activity called difficult task. You will do it. Yes, that's the beginning of building self-confidence. Doing difficult things yourself without anybody's help. I looked at myself and I said, what's the hardest thing that I'm finding now in my work? I identified it and I told myself, that is your project for 2025. I said, I'm starting this holiday in December. Anything that is difficult, I'm pushing away and bringing it to the front burner. That's how to grow self-reliance, which is actually what we are talking about today. Remember, our talk show is now shortened, is now abridged because we have sessions with the girls on Friday. If your daughter is not already connected to the heart-to-heart conversations every Friday at 7 p.m., she's missing. That is me and my girls talking. You mommies, you'll be all right. Okay? So please subscribe on YouTube, The Girls Hub by Etima Umeh, and every Friday you see that video hit your screen. Your daughter would love it, totally love it. Okay, so before I round up, I would just want to give a few scenarios of, in case you're saying, oh, I don't think my daughter is always depending on people. Well, she struggles with making simple decisions like even friends to keep, um extracurricular, which are extracurricular activity to join. She has it. Is starting from there. Okay, so if she's finding a hard time deciding even what to eat, what to wear, you see all those things, it's a pointer. If she's afraid of abandonment, some girls will come to me and say, "Tima, I don't want to break up with this boy, but I don't know how will he feel. I don't know what he will think." I'm like, hello, it's a disorder. It's part of it, because you feel like you are going to pass out when you're abandoned, even when you are making a decision that you know is going to be in your favor. When you see a girl that is scared to take a decision that will affect her positively, she's going through this disorder. When she's clinging to relationships, she's not wanting to let go. This person is hurting you, harming you, you are holding on. There's something you're depending on that person for. I was having a discussion with one of my girls in the US or Canada, and we're x-raying her relationships with her friends. And I was telling her, I was pinpointing it to her, that these your friends are providing some kind of support, extra support, They are doing things for you. They are like investing into you so that you depend on them. Do you know she was in shock? She was in shock. Because initially she was like, oh no, they are just so nice. They stand up for me, they speak up for me. I said, that is the problem. Do you see the problem? They're speaking up for you, they're showing up for you, and they make you feel like you owe them. You are dependent on them. I went through this thing. I'm going to share with my girls. I will not tell you the details. I will not. I know some of you are nosing around our talk show. It's fine. After you're a girl, aren't you? But I noticed that there were some relationships I had. They were not bad relationships. Honestly, they are not bad relationships. Yeah. But there's just this dependence thing. When the other day, my friend who sews, our stylist, the one that styles for kings, she sent me three styles. She sent me like six styles and said to me, choose one. Do you know? I was looking for who to help me choose. Hey, I had a relapse recently from this dependent disorder thing. I had a relapse. I sent it to my sister to help me choose. I sent it to my daughter. I said, "Should be you're a style person. Come on, use your brain and think of this thing for me." It looked like a joke, but thinking about it too, it's in the little things that it starts. When you cannot take simple decision, just choose one style. Okay, at the end of it all, my daughter chose like three or four. I cancelled, and picked two. Sent it to my friend. My friend now said, "Oh, don't take this one because this one will not suit the fabric. Take this one." But I was happy that she chose the one I finally chose. But you see that thing, that reflex. That's how it starts. Tomorrow she's in an abusive relationship. She cannot leave because she feels that this guy is the one taking all the decisions. Oh my boo, oh my bae, my boo, my bae. You acquire, you see it. You see where it starts from. Starts from the fact that they cannot pick these things themselves. That is it. Yes, I see you people, your girls. I can see you're welcome to our talk show. Just don't use the talk show to drag my girls. This self-dependence thing, or rather, the people depending on people thing, is actually very, very dear to my heart because the impact is a lot. Do you know it could grow to impact your daughter's mental health, affect her finances, affect her growth, everything. The reason why some girls cannot cope with mentoring is because their friends are not there and they need their friends to help them. They need to do it together with somebody. You see, that thing is a challenge. When you see your daughter lacking confidence to do anything, you know she can act, but she can't act. She's refusing to act because she doesn't feel confident to stand in front of everybody, to sing to talk. You see all those I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. They are looking for someone to pimp it up. It's coming from always having to depend on people. When they're over relying on family members. Oh, my mom is not there, I cannot stay. You see all these people, my daughter cannot stay without me. There's a problem, ma. Please, ma, we're diagnosing a problem today. That problem is the people dependent problem. It's a personality disorder where you're just even 18 years, 22 years is still depending on you so much for everything, for anything. There is a problem. When they have a difficulty in enjoying their alone time, spending time with themselves, it is the problem. When they're avoiding taking responsibility, you tell them that, okay, like I told my daughter, book your ticket, sort yourself out, find a way to get to the airport, and find a way to get home. She was like, Mommy, I'm like, yes. Girl, you are now in university. If you cannot get to the airport and find a way to get home, you're waiting for who come and pick you at the airport, you're on a high horse. And that horse, I don't know, the horse can be stopped. You will be on your own. Because I saw that she was trying to book times that will be available. But if you're not available on any of the times. And by the way, if you missed your flight, it's on you. That your money you are saving to build mansion, you use it and pay it. Start putting this responsibility on these girls, depending on their ages. Don't just, oh, my daughter, I need to do it for my daughter. Of course, there's the place as the parent where you need to be there for your children. But please do not overstretch it. Don't overstretch it because you are enabling them to be dependent. Now, how can we deal with this thing? I mean, like, there's so many we need to do. There's so many things we need to do. I would say, and of course I've been saying it, allow them to start solving problems on their own. That's it. Allow them to start solving problems of their own. In the process of solving problems, they start building that reliance on themselves. So your daughter calls you from school or comes back from school and says, oh, there's this boy that is always disturbing in class, or this girl that is always disturbing. I don't get what the teacher is saying. You now march to school. Change my daughter's seat. I need her to sit in the front. This boy is always disturbing her. What was her own solution? What did she think was going to be the solution? Push it back to her. Many times these girls don't even need our advice. They just need our company. Just listen to them and like, oh, so what are you going to do? Push it back to them. Stop always running to think up, solutions for them. You're not going to help them. Allow them adapt to difficult solutions, rather difficult environment. My daughter, again, the university one. Oh, my allowance has finished after 2 weeks. And I'm like, hello. So what are you going to do? Like, to find a way to cope now when I'm only entitled to allowance once a month. I'm like, okay, wonderful. She's like, Mommy, I've stopped eating 3 times and I ate 2 times. I now take she found a way to adapt. It's on you, girl. It's on you. So whether your daughter is 6 or 16, allow her adapt. It's not because there is a carton of drinks and snacks, then she can have what she wants anytime. She can wake up anytime. She can do her task like we're just allowing them to just live a life of ease and ease. She's never going to become self-reliant. When she doesn't have a job, she'll look for a man to fund her needs and fund her lifestyle, expensive lifestyle. You hear girls that cannot make 50K telling you that they cannot wear fake Bone Street. Who is funding that lifestyle? Your daughter says, oh no, she cannot make her nails in this place. It must be this person. And this person is far more expensive. And you say it's true. It's going to affect her self-confidence. So you fund that expensive lifestyle that she cannot afford. She will keep depending on people for her finances. Yes. Because there are different aspects of her life. There's the finance, her spiritual life, her academic life, her growth life, whatever, ministerial life, impact life, health, everything. She's going to keep depending on you because you started it. She cannot wear this shoe. Oh, she cannot go to this place. Hey, she cannot go. Have you seen all those? Have you seen all those things? That is where dependence comes from. And my daughter will say, instead of me to use this cheap one, I will not use better. Better, ma. Stay. I don't know if it's only my daughters that have class. Abi, am I the only one? They're all our daughters. Because I still met a mother on Sunday who was saying that her daughter would rather not use a cheap dress for her birthday. She would rather not use it. To go without with the old one. I'm like, welcome to the club. And my daughters, they don't throw a tantrum. They are now fine. It's fine. But that you would depend on me to meet your class needs. No, I'm not available. I'm not available at the moment. I'm not. I'm not. Let's stop enabling this girl. Okay, let's stop enabling. Let's allow them build resilience. Resilience comes from toughness, from tough situations, from adverse situations. Go to the airport, sit down there for many hours, go to the park, travel by road. That's the one my daughter and I are still dragging. I say, choose one, two of road, one road, one air. Not because you can't afford it, but because you also need to go through that toughness. That's what will make you get to the airport early. But when everything is just given to them on their lap, it's going to affect the way they see life. It's going to be like, oh, everything I need must be given to me. The school must do it for me. And that is why you see that the young people of today depend so much on Google, ChatGPT, any assignment they have, wham, they just go to Google. Google will do everything for them. Brrr. It's the same thing. They're not thinking, they're not writing it. Recently, I gave some people some work to do. I could tell from what I read that they did not make personal effort on that work. I could tell it because you're depending on that GPT, bring it out for me. Hey, Google, bring it out for me. All the other apps bring. One app must do something for you because you're not ready to use your brain. And then somebody will now say, oh, they don't like my daughter. Something is always wrong. They are not always speaking her things. They are not always, because we're not seeing creativity. We're not seeing innovation. These things come from thinking, from pulling it out from within you. Everything a girl needs to thrive is already inside her. So, these few points of mine, I would like to leave it at this and wait for your daughters on Friday. I have what to tell them. Maybe Friday. All of them that are depending on you, I'm going to cure it. I'm the doctor on the show. I'm the doctor. I diagnose and then I give medication. I'm doctor and pharmacist and nurse. I even give injection on that show. So if your daughters are not already watching, they are missing. Hoping to see every single one of them on Friday. And by the way, we are closing our doors on the 15th of December. If your daughters are not in the girls' hall, door. So the girls' hall is our annual mentoring program for girls only, ages 6 to 8, ages 9 to 13. We have boarders and we have so both junior and senior. Okay, we admit just once a year. Just once a year. So you missed this, wait till 2026. We're closing on the 15th of December for active registration. Slow and late registration continues from 15th to the 2nd when we have our induction. Please take advantage now. For everyone that is registering now and getting their registration numbers, we have a raffle draw where you stand a chance to win all your books for 2025. What about 40 something K? Like just like that, free of charge. You know what I mean. Okay, so looking forward to having you join us at the Girls Hub 2025. Please tell your friends, your loved ones about the Girls Hub. Don't mention it when there's already a problem. The girl is watching porn. Oh, I know one at Etima, she's so good with girls. The girl is expelled from school for sexual misconduct. Hey, this is Etima, she will help you. Tell them now. Tell them now. And finally, our pre-order is ongoing, will be shut down in about 10 days. We are pre-ordering 3 resources. We call them the Empowered Girl Bundle. The Empowered Girl Journal, the Empowered Girl Devotional, which is coming free during the pre-order, and then the Empowered Girl Mind Tonic. That is a tabletop calendar with stickers where girls can do positive talk every day. At the end of the year 2025, you look at your daughter, you'll be wondering what happened. She got empowered. That's what happened. She got empowered. Okay, you can get all the details that you need if you send us a message, or if you can just take down our admin. Once you have admin's number, you don't have any problem. Admin can solve all your problems for you. She will send you to the right team or department that will give you whatever it is that you want. She would also be taking registrations for the girls hall. 0809 880 0339. That's the only number you need. That's the miracle number in our system. Shout out to our admin. Shout out to you. Well done for all the work you do. All right. Somebody said you're gonna spend it to buy your own. Okay. Somebody's daughter is dragging her. No new clothes again, else entitlement will settle in. Just find a way to get your daughters to understand that everything in life, there is a price to pay. That's just it. You will pay with your time, your effort, your strength, your convenience. You pay it. So that they're not depending on you to pay the price for them, because that's where the problem is. Where they're depending on someone else to pay the price for them to enjoy the life that they want. I've said more than enough. I'll be waiting for your daughters, like I said, at the heart-to-heart conversations with girls. Okay? See you then. God bless you. And if you have not yet subscribed, you are not correct. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Girls All by Etima Umeh. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. My Facebook was shut down. I just had to open another one. But then anyway, you see Etima Umeh, I'm the one. Yes, the one and only. Thank you so much. God bless you. And please keep sharing, liking, and subscribing. Have a blessed